so far, so doing pretty well. In that game on Apotheosis, that was... Oh, dear goodness. It was a tough one, because the guy just relentlessly pressured me. Took the gold base as his natural, relentlessly pressured me. Didn't really micro too well at all.
What's going on?
But just kept the attacks coming, and when your opponent's mining off of the gold, and you're not, I've said it a million times, it's just really, really hard to play. And on this map, unless you start out cheesing, there's nothing you can do against that gold base. Absolutely nothing. You just have to hope to get through it with the lowest number of casualties possible.
What's going on?
Play for the later game and just purely outplay them. So,
not enough.
But here we go again. I am going to try to play a normal game again. And try not to be too discouraged if it doesn't go my way, because I know the odds are stacked against me here. So, alright. Ping isn't too bad at the moment, but I guess that can change. Oh, yeah, it's still climbing. Gotten accustomed to playing with around 200, 220 on the KR server. Gonna be greedy here, and I'm not even gonna go for a Reaper. Probably gonna regret that. I just have to create some kind of edge for myself.
Big job.
As long as the ping stays here, it's not obviously it's not great, but it's manageable.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah.
Add-on.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
You're the boss. Roger.
Interesting. He has larva. There we go.
Bad news.
Drones.
What's going on?
What do you have here, sir?
In the rear with the gear.
That sucks. I did not see that gas. That actually sucks quite a bit. Nice job by him to block.
Coming through. By the numbers, boys. Big
Not
job.
enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
I'm on it. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Add-on. Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of it?
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go. SCV
Not
ready.
enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's going on? SCV ready. Huh? This better be good. In the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Yeah. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
There's no
Not
blood
enough
right here.
minerals.
You want a piece?
There he is.
SCV ready. Yep. Roger. SCV
Not enough energy. Not enough minerals.
big job. Go, go, go. Orders. On.
Not enough.
SCV ready. You're the boss.
Add-on complete.
Go, go, go. This better be good. Gangway. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Research complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Let's go.
Add-on complete.
Gangway coming through. You, huh?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to raise.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough
I have to
energy.
be very careful here.
Waiting on
Ready
you.
to raise some hell. Big job. What's going
Not
on?
enough minerals.
Yeah, whatever.
Research. Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
Top. Ready.
Upgrade complete.
Been waiting on.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. By the gangway. Coming through. Outstanding.
Make an effort.
You gonna give me orders? Go, go!
Unacceptable landing zone. Add-on complete.
Want a piece of me, boy? Who won?
Ready for dust off.
Gangway. Coming through. SCV ready.
Research complete.
Been waiting.
Additional supply.
Go, go, go!
Somebody, get me out of there.
SCV ready. Gangway. Coming through. We could use some help here. That's fine.
Right.
It's better.
Not enough minerals.
It's go time.
I'm in a somebody, get me out of this mess. Ready for dust off.
I killed a lot of drones,
Not enough. Not enough
but I'm still going to be
energy.
battling the map.
Go, go, go! Armed and ready. It's better.
Not enough energy.
It's about to get this. You want a piece of me?
Not upgrade complete.
Gangway. Coming through.
Add-on.
SCV ready. What's going on?
So I get spire tech, I
Big job.
have to be
Mineral
careful now.
field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Did a lot of damage, but again, I'm battling the map here.
SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Not enough energy. Add-on complete. Not enough additional supply.
SCV ready.
Let's have a blast.
Gotcha.
Reporting for action.
Not enough additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required.
Big job, huh?
It's go time.
Gangway. Coming through.
Not enough minerals.
You've been waiting already.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Who wants some? Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Let's have a blast.
Not enough mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
This better be armed and ready.
Mineral field.
Who wants some?
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Reporting for action.
Add-on complete.
Let's have a blast.
Ping!
Liberation is at hand.
Upgrade. Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
Liberation is at hand.
Want some?
Your forces are under attack. Not enough minerals.
Reporting for action.
Not enough
Gangway,
minerals.
coming through. Yep.
Not enough energy.
Roger. By the
Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Let's have a blast.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
It's a stop.
Upgrade complete.
go, go, go.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Big job, huh? Well, butter my
It's go time. Oh,
in the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Going. What's going on? Huh?
Not enough
Want a
minerals.
piece of me, boy?
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
let's have a blast.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Sure thing. Go ahead.
Mineral field depleted. Insufficient Vespine gas.
By the
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Liberation is at hand.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Reporting for action. Liberation.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete.
Let's have a blast.
of course.
Not enough minerals.
Oh dear, he sees that.
Mineral
Sure.
field depleted. Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
Solo operative, right?
Upgrade complete.
Roger.
Reporting for
We could use some help here. Go, go, go!
Upgrade complete.
Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I'm in a world of hurt. Got a hole in my love. Let me hide the way. Don't leave me hanging.
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade. Research complete.
Ghost report.
Not enough.
This better be good.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Big job, huh? Uh-huh. Go ahead. Stay in the rear with the...
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
We have
Ghost reporting. Come again. Ghost reporting. You should... Give me the sit rep.
need something liberated. Ah, Commander.
Not enough energy. Base is
Reporting.
under attack. Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
Huh? I can't...
Mineral field depleted.
Give me the sit reporting.
You can...
Not enough.
Reporting for action.
Not enough energy. Vespine geyser exhausted.
Go.
Not enough energy. Not enough. Insufficient.
Oh, this map.
Ghost reporting.
As Zerg or as Terran?
Mineral
As
field
Zerg,
depleted. Add-on
I'd say it's better.
complete.
Better to take it as your third. That's my opinion.
Go ahead.
Hard as hell for me to deal with it.
Ghost.
Mineral field depleted.
But hard as hell, I mean,
Mineral
I actually
field
haven't found out
depleted.
how to deal with it yet.
Well,
So.
Butter, what's going on?
Like, I did really well in the early game here.
Want some?
It really doesn't matter.
Ghost reporting.
As long as he has that gold
You
base.
sure about that?
It's go time.
Liberation is at hand.
Mineral field depleted.
And this is a joke.
Ghost reporting. Solo.
Mineral field depleted.
Ghost reporting.
Not enough energy.
Commander,
Ready for dust off.
incoming orders. Got freedom. Initiating.
This is a joke.
Ghost reporting. Out with it.
Want some?
Give me the sit rep. Ghost reporting. You sure? Solo.
We read you.
Unacceptable
He
landing zone.
just totally A-moved through me.
Go ahead. Want a piece
Might
of
not
me,
matter.
boy?
I don't know yet.
Mineral field depleted.
Out with it.
Go time.
We'll see.
This better be here.
What?
Go.
Huh? By the
Get heavy.
Unacceptable landing zone. Upgrade.
Thanks, I
Need
guess.
something liberated?
I do appreciate that.
It's go time.
Come again. Go.
who wants some?
Unacceptable
Want a
landing
piece
zone.
of me, boy?
Unacceptable landing zone. Mineral field depleted.
In the rear with the gear.
Let's have a blast.
Gangway coming through. Tenfold
Armed and it's about to get heavy.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Easy.
Unacceptable landing zone. Upgrade complete.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Boom, baby. Believe.
Waiting on you.
Just stay where. It's go time.
Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, it's all time. Don't leave me hanging.
Who wants some?
Ready for dust off.
It's about to get heavy.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh, go on.
Light
Let's
right
have
here.
a blast.
Need something liberated?
Upgrade complete.
Of course.
Armed and ready. Who wants some?
It's about to get heavy.
We read.
Go. Come
Kaboom, baby.
Mineral field complete.
Liberation.
Go, go, go!
How can we help?
This better time.
We're returning fire!
Not enough energy.
This better be good.
Reporting for action.
Mineral field depleted.
Go,
Kaboom, baby!
Ben, rigged you.
Come
Liberation is at hand.
Gangway, coming through. Dispatch, out with
All hands to battle station. Reporting.
armed and ready.
How can we help?
Let's have a
Been waiting on you.
This
Want a piece of me, boy? We could use some help here. Go, go, go! This better be good.
upgrade. Mineral field depleted.
Report. We're returning fire. We read you.
Armed and ready.
Need something liberated?
Go, go,
Reporting for action.
It's about to get it. Oh, with
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Scott,
Looks like he's going for a counterattack.
Not in.
Yeah, he's trying to flank me.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Yes, sir. Attention. We're returning fire.
show.
All hands to battle stations. Ah, Commander.
Not gonna work, bro.
good pickup.
Incoming orders. Perfect.
Woo! Nah, that's T-Pain. That's my cousin in the chat. He is not here now. Wow. Wow, am I happy with that game. And yeah, bro, like I was saying, personally, I find it much more difficult when the Zerg gets the gold as their third. I am really happy with how I played that one. Thanks, Money. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that one. It feels like it's all coming together. Big thanks actually to T-Pain, because I've been practicing a ton on my ghost usage. Both like preparing the ghosts with the proper timing, like getting out an appropriate number of liberators first, then preparing my ghost transition, and then using the ghosts effectively, because it is so easy to let them get killed. If they're not in the proper position, and if they get killed, they're worse than useless. They're extremely harmful to you because they're very expensive. And those resources could have been liberators. And liberators, you have to be careful with them too. Got to get them in the right position. Obviously, you want to get them into defender position before the attack begins. Things like that. But they're easier to use than ghosts. So if you want the easier way to play it, then you just want to pump out as many liberators as possible. It's not necessarily the best way. But if your ghost control isn't good, then it's far better just to go with a bunch of liberators. 1 second, guys. Work email. But that's probably the first time I've played probably the first time in Legacy of the Void where I really played a good late game TvZ with decent ghost control. It still wasn't great, but it was decent. I didn't overmake ghosts, which I've done before. And I didn't make them and then just send them to their death. So we'll watch this one. Mostly proud of this because it's a late game TvZ win on Apotheosis. That is not easy to come by. My opponent threw away too many Ultralisks. That was his biggest problem. Wait, alright, let's check this one out. Alright, looks like I'm about, what, 1.5 wins from getting back up into the Diamond 2 threshold here. Been having a tough time. The best I've been is probably like up around here, about a quarter of the way to Diamond 1 promotion. This is KR, of course. But alright, let's check it out. And after I check this game out, I'm going to have to do a little bit of work, and then I'm going to have to run some errands. Then I will be playing and streaming later today. So, all in all, a really good day. 4 wins, 1 loss. The 1 loss was on EU, where I don't care. And it was this exact matchup. These exact positions, too. TvZ, Apotheosis. Alright. That was a really nice job he did there to deny my SCV scout. I'm fast forwarding it now, but he just kept blocking with his Zergs. Because initially I wasn't mineral walking. By the time I did mineral walk, it was too late. Bane nest. Gold base. This sucks for me. Already getting a static defense for Liberator defense. And that's smart. When you have the gold base here, you can afford, certainly can afford, spore crawlers. Just to be safe. Macro hatch. Good creep spread. Let's check his queen count. 5 queens. I'm guessing he's going to add more on soon. He hasn't scouted my build at all. He just knows that I've expanded. But on this map, it really doesn't matter too much. As long as you're not insanely greedy with your drones. Doesn't matter too much. And he has 28 Lings out, so he's fine. 28 Lings, 5 Queens. Static defense to protect against, primarily against Liberators, but also against drops to a degree. Here, pick off a Queen, a second Queen, I get out. That's a nice little victory for me. But he does still have this creep spread going, so... Gonna join up my forces, try to press again. Got a few Marines, looks like 2 Marines he got there. I got a couple of creep tumors, so I'll count that as a minor victory for me. He's taking his 4th over here while this happens, though. And that's the most important aspect. I'm gonna try to head into the main with this double drop. While I press here, pull back. He realizes I'm attacking in the main, and he pulls back his whole army. Come on, pull it back. Yeah, give it the back. No. Anyway, I killed a bunch of drones here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, this is really nice. 14 drones. And I can't recall if this gets away or if a queen gets it. A little bit greedy, I need to get out there. Looks like a queen's gonna get it, yeah, that sucks. Totally worth it though for 14 drones. I'm actually ahead in workers now. His 2-2 is right on time, slightly ahead of mine. Again, he has his 4th base up, so really, we assess the situation now on a normal map, meaning on a non-Apotheosis, gold-based map. I would be considerably ahead right now. On this map, I'd say we're about even. Reason being, any follow-up push that I have takes a long time to get here. He's still mining off of this gold base for a while, so he's going to be able to pump out reinforcements without much of a problem. Already has this 4th base. Again, if I want to push this 4th base, it takes such a long time to get there. So he's going to be able to get his reinforcements out. And also, this 5th base is pretty much a guarantee. You're pretty much guaranteed these 5 bases here unless the Terran is going all in. And Terran all-ins are not that great. At least not in the current meta. They're not very good. So again, I say we're about even here. He's already getting his Corruptors out. As I said, 2-2 is on the way. And he's going to be making a round of drones, I'm guessing, pretty soon. Here we go. There it is right there. I'm guessing he's just going to keep making more. Yep, there we go. So he's just going to get his drone count back up. Where is this infestation pit? We should be seeing that any second now. Respreading creep. My 2-2 is right on time as well, so that's good. Not gonna fall behind really. Only a few seconds behind. Where is that infestation pit? Throwing down a 5th base. I don't know about that. Should get his infestation pit. Doesn't need this 5th base. He's not even mining fully off of this 4th. I mean, I get it's like a safety measure. If he loses this, you can still send him over here, but I would focus more on creep spread. Throwing the infestation pit down. Hive. Oh, wow. He already had it. That's why. I was wondering what the heck was going on. Okay, so he had it for a while. That makes a lot more sense. So his hive was just slightly late, really. His infestation pit was early. His hive was later than it should have been. Yeah, I was really confused. Because there's a time of passivity. And normally that is the first opportunity. Basically, the current meta is Zergs look for the first excuse to throw down an infestation pit and hive to get the ultras. And Terran has to fight their ass off to prevent that. Try to kill them beforehand. Or, like in this game, accept it quickly, right here. By the way, I probably would not have made this transition so quickly on another map, but you accept that it's going to go late, accept you're going to face ultras, and get those liberators out. When I creep here, try to push, maybe try to hit this base here, maybe get a good position with liberators here. But I have to keep the pressure on here. If I don't, he's just going to pump out a ton of ultras, and I'm going to be screwed. I should be bringing these Widow Mines up right now. My thinking is I wanted to protect against a flank, or I guess a surround. But they would have been better off up here. I think my splits were pretty good. I really wasn't losing anything to the Banelings at all. +3 melee already coming down. +1 carapace flyers. Again, Marauder's tanking just about everything. He has 2-2 versus 1-1 for this fight. I can about to finish. This is exactly what I want. Even though I'm not able to do real damage here, I'm forcing him to remake units like this. So that means he's not getting out a huge amount of ultras as soon as high hits, or rather as soon as ultras capture finishes. He has to pump these out to defend. While that's going on, I'm taking my 4th. Of course, I'm getting +2 attack for my liberators. I'm getting my +3. Should be 3-3 for bio. Where is that +3 armor? I thought I got it as soon as I had the gas. There it is. Cool. So yeah, I was pretty on top of my upgrades here too. And one thing that push did accomplish as well is look at his creep spread. Since this is basically what it was at the beginning of the game. So that's really important too. If I don't keep the pressure on, that creep can be all the way out here. There's the Ultralisk Cavern. Even on workers, you might want a few more. Yep, there he goes. Making a few more now, right as I say that. Fast forward a bit here, we both just kind of macro up. Actually even, and resources lost. Ghost Academy is on the way after I have a sufficient Liberator count out. I've got 4, but I had like 5 on the way. Yep. So we're going to be at 9 Liberators soon here. Getting Cloak for my Ghosts. Sometimes I wonder if that's even worth it, because it just takes away energy that you need for Snipe. So I don't know. He doesn't have Paraclete. So this sucks a little bit with losing these units. But most importantly, I scout it and I'm able to pull back into position with my Liberators. And I need to run these guys in to attack this base. I believe I do that momentarily. There we go. Running here. Should have picked off that Infestor first. I really wanted to save. He's pulling back his whole army to defend. No bueno. I tried to focus down the Infestors there. Really missed. That sucks. Fortunately, they ran out of energy except for 1. Try to take a 5th. Getting Burrow. Okay, getting my Ghosts out. He's way ahead in supply. And I don't have a bank. So yeah, With all of the things that I've done well this game, it doesn't matter too much. Now, a lot of that supply is in Zerglings, so that's important to mention. And this is where he throws away a ton of Ultralisks. He throws them all away right here. He kills this base first. How many ultras do you have? 5. Okay. Got off 1 snipe. See, a snipe really doesn't do that much at all. I mean, compared to normal bio, it does a ton, but that's not saying too much. You need to land a bunch of snipes. How many ghosts do I have now? 9. I shouldn't make too many more than that. Should really focus on liberators. Yep. Liberators, ghosts, some marauders. Alright, here we go. Let's check before this happens. So, he is 2,500 resources ahead of me. I almost throw away all of my ghosts here. I definitely threw away some, but I got quite a few back into this corner here. Alright, let's check this out. So he's 2,500 ahead before this attack. And wow, look at all of his bases. Here, this is rebuilt. This is finishing. This is finished. Wow. And he has a bank. So this is an ugly situation for me. I didn't realize it was this dire in game. You have to put Liberators down even though the Corruptors are there, because you need to have those Liberators against the Ultras. Wow, looks like I got about 5 snipes off there. So certainly could have been better, could have been worse. Another one. 6, 7, 8 snipes. So these Ultralisks are badly damaged. Runs him into this liberation zone. Focus the Ultralisks there over the Zerglings. He's already remaxed on Hydras, which I think was a questionable decision. I understand why he did it, because my Liberator count was so high. But I really think he should have just gone for a high amount of Corruptors and a few Ultralisks. Maybe he didn't want to make more Ultras due to my ghosts, I'm not sure. But again, threw these away, okay. So this fight is over. He started out 2,500 resources ahead. Any guesses on where he is now? I'm going to say he's 3,000 behind. No, we'll say 2,000. Say 2,000 behind. That's my guess. Make your predictions now, because I'm going to reveal in 3, 2, 1. Damn. All right. So I'm way wrong. Right? I mean, so I won the fight, but so that's what, 1,950. So yeah, I won the fight. I closed the gap, but I didn't win it as convincingly as I thought. I thought it went much more in my favor. But yeah, so I did close the gap. I did win the fight, but not quite as convincingly as I thought. Okay, what's his worker count? It's on 67, I'm on 61. Alright, man, sounds good. Let me know when you want to play later. Yeah, this was very questionable. I have how many? I've got 13 Liberators. He has a ton of Hydras. But the thing about this, number one, he doesn't have a... Yeah, he has 1 attack upgrade for the Hydras, so that's already bad. But number 2, when he makes all of these Hydras, that just lets me pump out normal bio. I see this and I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I don't have to dump all of my resources into Liberators and Ghosts. I can just make good old Marine Marauder. Because with some medevac support or Liberator support, I'll be able to take this out. If he makes Ultralisks, I have to make more Liberators and Ghosts, which are much more resource intensive. So that's probably the biggest reason why, why this was not a good move. Now after this, I think I should be ahead. Yeah, way ahead. He was attacking up the ramp too, which was also ill-advised, to say the least. So there we go. Now I'm ahead. Significantly so. That was a huge swing there. Okay, attack here. Awesome. the double attack. Attack here with the Marauders. Attack here with the Marines. I don't think I got the space. No, they get the space. I scouted it, so that's good. I got this space. And then I actually surrounded him with my Liberators back here. And he comes back to here. EMPs go off. A couple snipes go off. I was pretty proud of that. And then here we go. Flank with the Liberators. The choke point there. And this is what I was talking about. Bio with Medivacs 3-3 against 3-1. That is why the Hydras were not good in transition. Lets me beat him with a much cheaper army. And at this point he's in huge trouble. His economy is not great. His bank is spent. Oh wow, he actually went through a huge round of throw to 80. Don't think that's a good idea. And my economy is now untouched. Trying to go back into Ultra and Corruptor, but it's too late. G freaking G. Wow, I'm happy with that one. Alright guys, like I said, I have to do a little work. Gotta run some errands. And I will be back later today to play and stream some more. So as always, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. And hope to catch you tonight. GG's.